Very good morning to everyone. I am Rajdeep Sahu and welcome to the next topic of this strategic management. Uh, so let's start the topic. So today we discuss about the concept of goals and objectives. Okay. So the term goal is often used interchangeable with the term objective. Okay, so term goals and objectives are used in a variety of ways, and that goal is often used interchangeably with the terms objectives. But some author prefers what the differentiate the two terms. Okay, so goal को किस तरह से consider किए इन्होंने that let me highlight this first. It's considered to be an open-ended statement of what one want to of what one want to accomplish with no quantification of what is to be achieved and no time criteria for its completions. Okay, so that is the goal. There is no time completion of this statement. For example, a simple statement of increased profitability. So you don't know how much time it will require to increase the profitability or mark the bar, okay, to achieve that profit part. But at the same time, it does not state how much profit the firm want to make and but when objectives are the end result of planned activity. Okay, what its objective means, it's the end result of planned activity. Tested what is accomplished by when and should be quantified. For example, increase profits by 10% over the last year. It means you have something in your mind or you know that each and every year we have to grow or increase 10%. So it's an objective or and maybe in goals that denotes that what organization hopes to accomplish in a future period of time. Okay, it's a representative state of outcome of the efforts put it now, and objective at the same time are the ends that state specifically how the goals shall be achieved. Okay, in this sense, objective make the goals operational and concentrate and specific in contrast goals which are generalized. Okay, so that's the difference, or you can say what's the goal is how can you identify and what is objective. Now next go to the stated versus operational goals. Okay. So let us discuss that operational goals are the real goals of organization. Okay. Let me clear this first one. Operational goals are the real goals of an organization, whereas the stated goals are the official goals. Now you may be arise a doubt that sir, what is the real goals and what is official goals? Okay. So operational goals are the real goals of organization, whereas stated goals are the official goal of the organization. Let me discuss first that operational goal tell us what the organization is trying to do, irrespective of what the official goals say the aims are. What are their aims? Okay. Official goals generally reflect the basic philosophy of the company. Okay, what represent that official goals generally reflect the basic philosophy of the company and are expressed in abstract terminology. For example, sufficient profit, market leadership. These are the some of the examples that how official goals are reflected. Right, okay. So there are some importance of part of the operational goals are there, and this was given by Charlie Sparrow. Okay, so first what he described that environmental goals such an organization should be responsive to the broader concern of the communities in which it operates and should have goals that satisfy people in the external environment. For example, goals like customer satisfaction, okay, then social responsibility. So it is somehow related to the external part of the company, okay, and maybe improvement or important of environmental goals, okay. And in the second part, if we discuss output goals that are related to Identification of customer needs, issues like what market should we serve, which product line should we follow, for example, of the output goals. Then system goals, that those goals are related to maintenance of the organization itself. So goals like growth, profitability, sustainability, stability. Okay, what is the strength? Okay, these things are of the considered as system goals. Okay? And product goals, that these goals relate to the nature of product delivered to the customer. They define quantity, quality, variety, innovativeness. What are the new things they are improving in their product? So these things comes under the product goals. Then derived goals. These goals relate to derived or secondary areas like contribution to political activities, promoting social service institutions. So how they deliver that product and how what is the goals related to that, how they are delivering the product or service, it comes under the deliver goals. Now moving to the next part, objectives. So let's clear the definition first, that objectives are the result or outcomes of an organization want to achieve in pursuing its basic mission. Okay, this is one of the important line. You can highlighting this part and kindly do focus and read accordingly, that objectives are the result or outcomes and organizations. Okay, this is the outcome what an organization want to achieve in pursuing its basic mission. So while pursuing the mission, that objective part should be comes as a result what an organization want. Okay. The basic purpose of setting objective is to convert the strategic vision and mission into specific performance targets. Okay. Again, I am highlighting this with another color. And objective functions as sticks for tracking an organization's performance and progress. So let us discuss about the characteristics again. So well stated objectives should be specific, and that's a characteristic should be quantifiable, measurable, clear, consistent, reasonable, challenging, and contains a deadline for achievements communicated throughout the organization. So these are the characteristics of objective. What's the roles? If we discuss that objectives plays an important role in strategic management, and some of the formulation and implementations essential for strategy, like they provide legitimacy, the state direction, they aid in evaluation, they create synergy, driven priorities, focus coordination, provide basic for resource allocation, act as a benchmark for monitoring progress, and provide motivation. So these are the some of the characteristics of objectives and roles of objectives. Now coming to discuss about the nature of objectives. So it can be characterized as a hierarchy of objective, then in a long range and short range objective, and multiplicity of objectives, network of objectives. Okay, so these are the nature of objectives. Let us discuss one by one again. When it's come to hierarchy of objective, that it means in a multi-divisional form, objectives should be established for the overall company as well as each division. Okay, in each hierarchy, that objective should be clear and are generally established at the corporate, divisional, and functional level. Okay, and such they form a hierarchy. Okay, and the hierarchy is the mission of the organization, and the objective at each level contribute the objectives at the next higher level. So this is the part of what we discussed just now, the hierarchy of objective. In each hierarchy, what the objectives are taken by the or happen within that particular level. In each hierarchy level, how that objective will be objectified. Then next is long range and short range objective. Obviously, from the heading itself, you can understand that organization need to establish both long-term as well as the short-term range objectives. What long range means? Long range means that more than 1 year, or short range means less than 1 year or 6 months. Okay, short period of times. Short range objectives spell out the near term result to be achieved. By doing so, they indicate the speed and the level of performance aimed at each succeeding period. Then next we discuss multiplicity of objectives. Okay, so organizations pursue a number of objectives at every level in the hierarchy. Okay, and objectives are likely to be multiple. For example, the marketing division may have the objective of sales, distribution of product, and the objective can be broken down into a group of objective for the product, distribution, research, and promotional activities. To describe a single specific goals of an organization is to say very little about it, and it turns out that there are several goals involved. Okay, it's a multiplicity of objectives that it can be multiplied with the marketing, HR, finance at the same time. Then network of objectives. Okay, yeah. So objective from an interlocking network. Okay, objective from an interlocking network. They are interrelated to or interdependent, and the implement of one may impact to the implement of the others. If there is no consistency between the company objectives, people may pursue goal that may be good or their own function but detrimental to the company as a whole. Therefore, objectives should not only fit but also reinforce each other. As observed by Kuhn's, okay, it is bad enough when goals do not support and interlock with one another. It may be catastrophic when they interfere with one another. Okay, I am again highlighting this, and that highlighting part is the one of the most important statement and may be chance of asking in the exam. So this is all we discuss about regarding the goals and objective. Okay, in the next video again we are discuss about the strategic intent and so far. Okay, other things we will discuss accordingly in in our coming classes. Okay, so hope you understood the things of differentiation of goals and objective, and I think the clarity you get that was how their importance in the strategic management in any organizations according to their goals and objective, and how they are playing the roles within the organization. Okay, so that's all about the today video. See you in the next class.